Greetings, welcome to the next lesson of how to play Xiangqi. Today we're going to look at a specific technique that is from an ancient manual of hundreds of years old of how to, it's sort of like an in-game composition, and it's called the Dreams of Divine Positions. Not near as much fun as it sounds, but it is interesting in the Xiangqi terms. And it will be, it's a specific checkmate called the horse cannon checkmate, where if you look at the position here, red doesn't have a lot of pieces here to work with. He's got a horse, cannon, and that's it. And if he dilly-dallied around too much, he'd find himself checkmated pretty quickly down here with all these pawns and a cannon down here. So all the pieces that are on the board here, except for this elephant sitting over here, will be used. The king note covers this entire file, so that, that's a crucial part of the checkmating composition here. Red will be moving this chariot cannon first thing, otherwise it would be captured off by this pawn. So he's got to hop to it. And basically what he's going to be doing is he's going to be trying to maneuver both of these pieces, this over to here and this over to here somehow, and producing a checkmate with these two, where the horse on this square and the cannon here work together, and the cannon then has its own cannon mount, being the horse. So first, it's kind of instructive, but it is an end-game composition, so that it it would be hard to construct this in a real game over the board. But it's very instructive to study over and see how it works. First of all, he comes way over here, and the benefit there is that it's a mate in one threat. In other words, if black does something else, he's going to come here, and that's checkmate. So it's a mate in one threat. So it's better than, say, coming here, and then coming to here, and then coming back, or coming to there, and then a horse, which is kind of slow. Each one of these moves either threatens a mate or a check in some way. So he comes way over there. The threat is to come up to the last rank and produce checkmate. And black has to respond, and this is his his only legal move that actually prevents a checkmate. Check. And here's where, again, red is just trying to get a check on every move. Check. Now the king cannot go backwards. There's nothing to block. He's got to come here. That's the only move. And now here, this is kind of tricky. This is hard to find for amateur players. This is kind of a weeding move. Come here. See, now if black does something else, this move is coming in, and this is mate. And why is it mate? Because the king cannot go here because of this. He is in check. He can't block the horse, and he can't come here. And the reason why not? Because there's a king down here, and the face-to-face king roll prevents him from going to the fifth file. So there is a mate threat in the works here, and he has to respond to that mate threat somehow. And his only way to do that, since the king cannot move, is to actually move his king to here. Whoops, not king, advisor to here. And here, now, red has manipulated black with a series of checks to finally getting his cannon where he was wanting it to get it. Recall he was way over on this square. Now he manipulated himself clear around to there, and now there's an actual mate threat in the works, and there's nothing black can do to prevent it. Suppose he goes here, then this is actually checkmate. Why is it mate? Well, he can't go there because of the cannon in the back. He's in check. Can't go here. Why not? Because this guy down here, this king at the end. Now you notice he does not come over here for the final check. Why not? Because that would allow him to come here. See, this king would not be in the face-to-face position against the king. So he's got to go backwards to here for the mate. So it's really clever. It's a beautiful composition, hundreds of years old, unchanged for who knows how many, probably centuries. Let's see how it goes again. This is threatening a check and a mate. He has to defend against the mate. Comes here with check, he has to come up. Comes here with check, he has to move. Now, here's the tricky one, kind of a waiting move. Up he comes. Now there's a mate threat here of the horse coming to here with mate. So he has to defend, find a way to defend, which he does. Now, getting in the final position where the cannon and the horse can work together to produce the mate, and some ineffective black move because he doesn't have any better choice, and checkmate. That's a beautiful position, and we will pick up with the next one too, which is also a constructed ending from an ancient manual called Strategic Considerations. So join us with the next one. Thank you.